Hello, everyone. Welcome to Alex's English Podcast. I'm Alex, and this is your favorite English learning channel, where we talk about important life topics in simple English.
Hi, everyone. I'm Anna, and I'm so happy to be here with Alex today.
Anna and I want to talk about something that can change your relationships and make your life better: the power of active listening.
Yes, this is such an important topic. Alex, can you tell us why we chose this topic today?
Well, Anna, last week my friend was telling me about a problem at work. But I was thinking about my own problems while she was talking.
Oh, no. What happened?
Later, she said she felt like I didn't care about her problem. She was right. I was hearing her words, but I wasn't really listening.
That's a perfect example. Many people think listening is easy, but it's actually a skill we need to learn.
Exactly. So today, we want to teach our listeners how to become better listeners and why it's so powerful.
Let's start with a basic question, Alex. What's the difference between hearing and active listening?
Great question. Hearing is when sounds enter your ears. But active listening means you use your brain and heart to understand the other person.
Can you explain that more?
Sure. When you hear, you just receive sounds. When you actively listen, you pay attention to the words, the feelings, and the meaning behind them.
So active listening uses more than just your ears?
Yes! You use your eyes to watch body language, your brain to understand, and your heart to feel what the other person feels.
That sounds like hard work.
It takes practice, but it's worth it. Active listening has three main parts.
What are those three parts?
First, physical attention. You look at the person and show you're paying attention with your body.
Like making eye contact and not looking at your phone?
Exactly. Second is mental focus. You concentrate on what they're saying, not on what you want to say next.
And the third part?
Emotional engagement. You try to understand how the person feels, not just what they think.
Why do you think most people are bad listeners?
Well, many people are thinking about their response while the other person is talking.
That's true. I do that sometimes.
We also get distracted easily, or we think we already know what the person will say.
So we stop listening because we assume we know everything?
Yes, but every person and every conversation is different. We need to listen each time.
Alex, is there science behind why listening is so important?
Yes. Scientists have studied this. When someone really listens to us, our brain releases good chemicals that make us feel happy.
Really? Just from being listened to?
Yes! Humans need to feel heard and understood. It's a basic human need, like food and water.
What happens when people don't feel heard?
They become stressed, sad, or angry. They might stop sharing their thoughts and feelings.
So good listening actually makes people healthier?
Exactly. And it makes the listener feel good, too. When you help someone feel heard, you feel good about yourself.
Let's talk about how active listening helps in personal relationships.
Active listening is like a superpower for friendships. When you really listen to your friends, they trust you more.
How does it help trust?
When people feel heard, they know you care about them. They feel safe to share more personal things with you.
What about in romantic relationships?
It's even more important. Many relationship problems happen because people don't feel heard by their partner.
Can you give an example?
Sure. If your partner says, "I'm tired," you might say, "Me too." But active listening means asking, "What made you tired today?"
I see the difference. The second response shows you care about their specific experience.
Exactly. And this works with family too. Parents and children, brothers and sisters.
How can active listening help with arguments?
Great question. When people argue, they usually don't listen. They just wait for their turn to speak.
But if you listen actively during an argument,
You might discover that you agree more than you thought. Or you might understand why the other person is upset.
that could help solve the problem instead of making it worse.
Exactly. Now let's talk about active listening at work.
Why is listening important in professional settings?
Good listening makes you a better coworker, employee, and leader.
How does it make you a better coworker?
When you listen to your colleagues, you understand their ideas better. You can work together more effectively.
And for managers?
Managers who listen well have happier employees. Their teams work better together.
What about customer service?
Active listening in customer service is so important. Customers want to feel heard and understood.
Can good listening skills help your career?
Absolutely. People like working with good listeners. It can help you get promotions or better job opportunities.
Alex, what stops people from listening actively?
There are many barriers. First, internal barriers, things that happen in our minds.
Like what?
We might be planning what to say next or making assumptions about the speaker.
What about external barriers?
External barriers are things around us, like phones, noise, or feeling rushed.
Technology is a big problem, isn't it?
Yes, it's hard to listen when you're looking at your phone or computer.
So how can we become better active listeners? What are the techniques?
Let's start with physical techniques. Look at the person when they're speaking.
But not in a scary way, right?
Right! Natural eye contact, not staring. Also, use open body language.
What's open body language?
Don't cross your arms. Lean slightly toward the person. Nod to show you understand.
What about verbal techniques?
You can repeat back what you heard in your own words. This is called paraphrasing.
Can you give an example?
If someone says, "I had a terrible day at work," you could say, "It sounds like work was really difficult today."
That shows you understood their feeling, not just their words.
Exactly. You can also ask questions like, "Can you tell me more?" Or, "How did that make you feel?"
What about mental techniques?
The most important thing is to stay present. Don't let your mind wander.
How do you stay present?
Focus completely on the speaker. If you notice your mind wandering, gently bring your attention back.
Are there advanced listening skills too?
Yes, advanced listeners can hear what people don't say directly.
What do you mean?
Sometimes people don't say exactly what they mean. Good listeners can understand the real message.
Like if someone says, "I'm fine," but they sound sad?
Perfect example. A good listener might say, "You say you're fine, but you sound upset. Do you want to talk about it?"
That's very thoughtful. What about using silence?
Great question. Sometimes the best thing you can do is just be quiet and let the person talk.
Many people are uncomfortable with silence.
Yes, but silence gives people time to think and share deeper thoughts.
Let's talk about different listening situations. What about when someone is very upset?
When people are emotional, they especially need to feel heard. Don't try to fix their problem immediately.
What should you do instead?
Listen first. Let them express their feelings. Then you can ask if they want advice or just want you to listen.
What about listening during disagreements?
This is very hard. When someone disagrees with you, your first instinct is to argue back.
But active listening means hearing their point of view first?
Yes. Try to understand why they think differently. You don't have to agree, but you can understand.
What about when someone gives you criticism?
This is one of the hardest times to listen, but it's also when listening is most important.
Why is it important?
Criticism, even if it's hard to hear, can help you grow and improve.
What are some common listening mistakes people make?
The biggest mistake is interrupting. Let people finish their thoughts before you respond.
What else?
Giving advice when people just want someone to listen to them.
How do you know if someone wants advice or just wants to be heard?
You can ask. Say, "Do you want advice or do you just want me to listen?"
That's so simple but helpful.
Another mistake is making everything about yourself. If someone shares a problem, don't immediately share your similar problem.
Why not?
It takes attention away from them. Focus on their experience first.
How can people practice and improve their listening skills?
Start small. Pick one technique we talked about today and practice it in one conversation.
Like what?
Maybe practice paraphrasing. When someone tells you something, repeat it back in your own words.
What about getting feedback?
You can ask friends or family, "Do you feel like I listen well to you?" Be ready for honest answers.
And be patient with yourself while you learn?
Exactly. Like any skill, active listening takes time and practice to improve.
Alex, what are the bigger effects of becoming a better listener?
When you become a good listener, It changes how other people communicate with you.
How does it change them?
People will share more with you. They'll trust you more. Your relationships will become deeper and stronger.
And it affects your whole community?
Yes. When you listen well, it encourages others to listen better too. It creates a positive cycle.
How does active listening help you grow as a person?
When you really hear different perspectives and experiences, you learn and grow. You become more understanding and wise.
So listening doesn't just help others, it helps you too.
Absolutely. Good listeners are usually happier, have better relationships, and are more successful in life.
Let's review the main points for our listeners.
Great idea. First, active listening is different from just hearing. It uses your body, mind, and heart.
Second, active listening strengthens all your relationships, personal and professional.
Third, there are specific techniques you can learn: eye contact, paraphrasing, asking questions, and staying present.
Fourth, avoid common mistakes like interrupting, giving unwanted advice, and making everything about yourself.
Fifth, practice one skill at a time and be patient with yourself as you improve.
And finally, good listening creates positive effects that spread to everyone around you.
Now let's give our listeners a challenge.
Yes! This week, try one active listening technique in your conversations.
Maybe practice paraphrasing, or maybe just put your phone away when someone is talking to you.
And notice how it changes your conversations and relationships.
We would love to hear about your experiences. Please share in the comments below this episode.
Tell us which technique you tried and what happened.
Also, tell us about a time when someone really listened to you. How did it make you feel?
If today's episode was helpful, please subscribe to Alex's English Podcast.
When you subscribe, you get all our new episodes about improving your English and your life.
We publish helpful content every week.
And please like this episode if you learned something new about active listening.
Your likes help other English learners find our podcast and improve their communication skills too.
Thank you so much for listening to Alex's English Podcast today.
We hope you become amazing listeners and build stronger relationships.
Remember, listening is one of the greatest gifts you can give to another person.
See you next week, everyone.
Goodbye and happy listening.